The next opponent that we're going to have that will testify on the bill will be Barb Geisman. I think I pronounced your name correctly, Barb. I apologize if I butchered it.
Thanks for letting me be here this morning. We too understand that there is a need for eminent domain reform, and we too are outraged by the abuses that we read about. But there is another side to the story, and I'd like to take just a moment this morning to tell you about it. Most people would agree that the city of St. Louis has a lot of distressed neighborhoods, and the people that would agree with it include the responsible citizens that still live in those neighborhoods. Between 1950 and 2000, the city lost 500,000 people. That's 500,000 people, 60% of our population. What we are dealing with these days is the detritus of what those people who abandoned the city left behind. Over the past 5 years, we've made a lot of progress, but it hasn't been an accident. We made progress and our population is growing because the mayor has a vision and an aggressive plan to deal with these problem properties and bring people back to the city. Those of you who have taken the time to drive with us through these city neighborhoods, I think know what I'm talking about. Even in some of our strong neighborhoods, there are still abandoned and blighted properties owned by people who continue to pay very minimal $50 a year property taxes, and they just wreak havoc with the lives of all the people who live and work around them. These people do not care a whit about our city or our state, and many of them do not even live in the state of Missouri any longer. Slumlords, speculators, absentee landlords, these are the leeches who suck the life out of our neighborhoods and have been doing it for 50 years. And I will say too that we also use eminent domain as a last resort. And it's a last resort because it is unpredictable, it is expensive, and it takes a lot of time. Nobody who's trying to deal with these problem properties chooses to do eminent domain because it's any fun. You do it because you're dealing with people, but that's the only way you can eradicate this problem in this neighborhood. So, under Mayor Slay's leadership, we have told these slumlords, these people who own this property that are wrecking neighborhoods with it, that we're not going to let them keep wrecking our neighborhoods. When Mayor Slay took office, we had 14,000 problem property cases. We have 10,000 vacant buildings and vacant lots in the city that are owned by private parties. We spend millions of dollars each year cutting grass, cutting weeds, and tearing down buildings. And in addition to that, the people who have stuck with these neighborhoods, they deserve places to buy their groceries, fill their prescriptions, and buy essentials for their families. We have used eminent domain sparingly to take back our neighborhoods, and we use it to eliminate blight and improve the quality of life in the city of St. Louis. We need to continue to be aggressive in attracting new investment, and many of these properties that are vacant, many of these properties that have fallen into city ownership because nobody wants them, are on these little 20-foot slices of real estate that nobody is going to redevelop that property unless you can assemble a big enough piece that somebody can do something with in modern times. We want to work with all of you and others in the legislature to ensure that changes in eminent domain law to prevent abuses don't halt our progress in its tracks. And we want to work with you to ensure that our responsible citizens are protected while we also protect our ability to make our distressed urban areas whole again. We very much appreciate the time that Representative Hobbs, Representative Pratt, and others have taken to understand our situation. And as Chairman Pratt and Representative Hobbs know, we, like Kansas City, have several issues with the bill, but we believe that these issues can be addressed as the bill moves through the process. We also believe that Representative Hobbs' bill, with revisions, can be the vehicle that provides more needed protection for responsible owner-occupants in distressed areas while preserving the ability of cities like St. Louis to rebuild our neighborhoods. And we look forward to continuing to work with you, all of you, on this bill as it moves through the legislature so that your goals as well as ours are addressed. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony, Ms. Geisman.